Kirsten.
Hi.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Okay. I'm Kirsten.
And I'm Allie.
And you're listening to
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for prehistoric animals that are still alive. Am
Yeah.
I right?
Oh, yeah. I thank the good Lord every day for them.
Me too. Thank you, Jesus in the sky.
Thank you, Sky Daddy, for old-ass animals.
They are pretty cool.
To give us a glimpse of what animals were like in the past.
Yeah, because we never lived that time.
100 million years ago. That was not our time.
I can't even imagine, but we can give it a glimpse.
We can.
With these animals that we're going to talk about later. But first, how was your week? We're feeling a little silly today, guys. A little silly Billy. I feel like we haven't recorded in a while. It feels like off a little bit.
I think because that doesn't make sense because we recorded sooner to Wednesday last time because we waited a day.
Yeah.
So it should feel like we just recorded.
That's right.
But I agree with you.
I think it's because we haven't been in the podcast room. We
yeah.
haven't been in the pod room. We're back in the pod room. We didn't use it last time.
Yeah.
So it feels more official.
It does. So we're back.
I like being in the pod room.
Me too.
I feel like true podcast
vibes.
girly pops.
Me too. We are true podcast girly pops. We're on our 15th episode.
That is not so wild bonanza. Pew, pew.
Yeah. So my week, I got this new game called Cult of the Lamb, and my friend was playing it on her Switch. She was telling me about it, and then she came to visit, and then I played it, and I was like, I have to get this.
Okay.
And they have it for PS5, so I was like, sweet.
I keep forgetting. Why don't we ever play PS5 together? Do you have two controllers?
No, but I can get another one.
I want to play together.
Okay, let's play together. I don't know.
Familiar.
It's really fun. And like each level you pass, you gain a new follower and you get to name them.
Aww.
And like pick their color and like it's just cute.
Do you get to customize yourself? Or is it just one?
I don't think so. I can't remember.
All right, well, you'll find out when you get the game.
But I'm just myself. I don't think you can.
Okay.
I've already got 3 followers.
Oh, so that's like how you level up.
Yeah.
So you're like level 3.
Yeah, and then you have to like build things like a shrine. Mm-hmm. And then you can assign your followers to worship your shrine, and then you get devotion points, and then those do something. I don't know. It's still very new to me, but it's a good time.
Cute.
And the little animals are so cute. It's all about like sacrificing and killing and culting and stuff, but it's really cute.
Lambs are very sacrificial animals.
That's the thing is like the lambs like getting back at.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually like we are sacrificing the lambs. But
exactly.
I wonder why lambs.
I don't know.
Should we do a pod on it?
It's probably something in the Bible about it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I know it's biblical, but like why did they choose lambs? Because lambs are easy to capture, maybe?
Probably.
That's so sad.
That is really sad. Why would you... Why sacrifice anything?
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary. But, whatever. To each their own.
And that's why we're
taking back the power for the lambs and creating a lamb cult. To get back at the mean people.
Should we start our own lamb cult?
Yeah.
Should we? That sounds like a band name.
It does.
Like the lamb cult.
The lamb cult.
Marcy and the lamb cults.
Marceline and the lamb cults. That's cute.
Yeah. Mary and the lamb. Jesus, Mary and the lamb cult.
Jesus, Mary and the lamb cult.
And the donkey.
That should be our next trivia name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, Mary and the lamb cult.
Yeah, that's great.
We're accepting votes on that one.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Let us know if you like that.
If you have any other ideas.
My week was net.
I'm sorry.
But things are changing on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like wary to talk about it on the pod because I don't know who's listening.
Well, then don't talk about it.
I won't talk about it. It's a secret, but like life's rolling and moving along in places and directions you never expect it to sometimes.
This is a time for change.
It is a time for change. And
the
sometimes
blue Pisces moon.
Sometimes you're just like stuck on the same trajectory. I feel like I'm manifesting shit because I haven't really been doing much of anything but like thinking a lot, and
That's
like
all.
things are happening.
That's all they say you gotta do.
Yeah, so I gotta manifest. I'm manifesting a new reality. Mochi's been doing good.
Great.
She's been escaping a lot, but like she'll do this thing because I've been eating on the porch a lot, or on the balcony, the back balcony, and sometimes we'll leave it cracked, and then I'll just see her little like white body in the periphery. She'll like just slowly, like most daintily, walk out onto the balcony, and then I'll look at her and she'll stop and she'll like put one paw onto the steps to go down, and I'm like, Mochi, and then she'll like run inside.
Oh, she's a good girl.
Yeah, she is.
She's just a little curious.
Yeah, she's a little curious, but I think we've taken her out, and she knows how scary it is out there.
Yeah.
She's like, I'd rather be inside.
Yeah, she's like, okay, you know what? Maybe you're right, Mom. I'll get back in.
I'll go inside.
Yeah. Oh, Mochleys.
Yeah, she's been the light of my life.
The light of my life.
The lamb to my Jesus.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Well.
Speaking of lambs.
Speaking of lambs, that's an animal.
That is an animal, and we're going to be talking about animals.
Yes,
tonight.
We already did an episode about animal sex, but this is different. The whole reason we decided to do this was because I had like a stuffed animal hippo in the background of my Zoom meeting the other day, and my boss was like, oh my God, is that a hippo? I love it. And
wait, I don't think you told me that one.
Oh yeah, that's how it started.
Okay.
And then she was like, have you seen the Cincinnati Zoo Instagram? Because their hippo content is like top tier. And I was like, hell yeah. So I followed them, and she was right. It's top tier. But then I just kept seeing hippos pop up like throughout the week. Obviously on social media, because the algorithm is like, oh, you like hippos? Here's some more. But like in real life too.
Like what was the real life?
Like
shit?
A song having a part about this like a hippo, and it being like a topic of discussion amongst me and my friends. And then like we're watching a TV show the other day, and this hippo like Egyptian god comes into the episode.
A cartoon?
No, it was a Marvel thing.
Oh, okay.
But she like talks and stuff.
Okay.
It was interesting. But just hippos coming up in conversations. Like, it's just been hippos.
It's hippo season.
It is hippo season.
We're in our hippo era.
You know what? We are. We're trying to get out of our hippo era.
Well, yeah. So while that was going on, I saw a cute video, and I don't think I told you this part, but I saw a cute video online of a baby hippo. And
so cute.
I was just like watching it swim around like a little baby, fatty baby.
Yeah, a little fatty he is.
A little fatty baby.
I love him.
Looking so weird and winking like a pig. And I texted Allie.
Oh yeah, that was the most random thing.
I texted Allie because I didn't know that you had been seeing hippos.
I have been seeing hippos at this point. Like I'm like in the hippo era at this point.
Yeah, you were like neck deep.
Yeah, I was neck deep in the hippo era.
And I was like just getting my ankles in, and I was like, Allie, we should talk about hippos.
You were like, should we talk about hippos for the next podcast? And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is, again, another instance of hippos coming into my life. Well, I looked up the meaning, and apparently they represent fertility, so I hope that's not true, and I hope my friend is pregnant and not me, because she's trying.
Oh.
But
yeah. Well, cool.
But not for me.
Maybe it just has something to do with our, like, chats and fertility, and then that's, like, the natural...
Maybe.
You know.
I don't know. There's something out there.
Or maybe it's like the divine feminine.
I think it's something divine.
Yeah.
Out there.
The divine feminine is coming. And it's a blue moon today.
It is. And it's a full blue moon in Pisces, which is my sign, which explains why I've been feeling all crazy this week.
So lots of stuff is going on, especially involving the hippopotamus.
Yes. Kirsten, we each looked up a couple animals that sparked our interest.
First, do you want some fun quick hippo facts?
I do. I would love some.
All right. So they're semi-aquatic mammals
Wait.
that are native to Africa.
Are hippos prehistoric?
The evidence that I got
Because I know that's
is
like
inconclusive because some resources were saying yes, they are. Some were saying no, they're not. And some were saying they're not, but they were descendants of a prehistoric animal.
Okay.
So I would have to do more research and see what the actual facts are. But this is Bard.
Oh.
Do you remember Bard?
I know Bard.
This is actually something fun that I did this week that I didn't mention, and I don't know if I told you. I'm like officially a Bard. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Experimenter.
Oh, you get paid for it?
Like $10 a week.
Nice. That's
But if I use this special account, see, like this. Today's my first day, like really, really using it.
Okay.
But anyway, Bard says that they were found in Africa around 54 million years ago. Fossils were.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's prehistoric, but that's a long time. Weigh up to 3,200 pounds.
Whew.
Then we have the pygmy mini hippos.
Oh, babies.
And they're only 1,500, so about half the size.
Gotcha.
Little mini hippies.
Little babies.
Mm-hmm. Hippos are pregnant for about 8 months, like humans.
Oh.
And they give birth to one calf.
Just
I wonder
one?
if they can have twins.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. But they're called calves, like cows.
Cute.
So cute. And then some other fun facts is they cannot naturally live in North America or the Americas in general.
Oh.
So, I mean, unless we make an artificial environment like in zoos.
Yeah, that makes me sad.
Yeah. So
They're
they
not supposed
tried
to be
to
here.
introduce them to Argentina, and they died within a few years. And then they also tried to introduce them to Florida, which
What?
I feel like that would be the closest.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, but they died
Okay.
both times within a few years.
That's the universe being like, this is not a good idea. Keep hippos where they are from, and don't let them go around stomping all over people because they kill people.
Yeah, hippos are dangerous.
They're very dangerous. Can you imagine hippos in Florida?
Yeah.
Those rednecks would be
I feel
riding
like
them.
the crocodiles would get them, right?
I don't think they
know.
fuck with hippos.
Yeah, not sure about that.
I think they're too big for the crockies.
All this information was from Bard. Do with it what you will, because I can't give you the exact location of where this information came from.
Yeah.
But anyway, cool hippo facts. What animal did you research?
Okay, so I chose to research crocodiles. I have like some weird connection with crocodiles. I used to dream about them all the time, like ever since I was young, and I still do sometimes.
Like scary dreams?
Sometimes. Sometimes scary, sometimes not, but just they always were showing up in my dreams. So I saw that and I was like, ooh, I want to do that one. But crocodiles are very, very old. They lived 82 to 73 million years ago. They evolved from the I'm going to try to say this without butchering it. They evolved from the Deinosuchus.
Sounds a lot like Dinosaurus.
Deinosuchus.
Sounds like dinosaur.
Oh, Deinosuchus. Wait, really?
I don't, but it sounds like it, right?
It does.
Yeah, so I wonder if it's, anyway.
Which are also related to the alligators and the caimans. So,
okay.
Deinosuchus translates as terrible crocodile, derived from Greek. They're mean. Yeah, their name literally means terrible crocodile. So,
well,
scary.
Scary guys.
They are scary. The first remains of this Deinosuchus were found in North Carolina in the 1850s.
Wow.
But, we don't know too much about them still. It still remains a little bit of a mystery.
Love a good mystery.
We love a good mystery. But they found some cranial material and, like fossils, which has expanded, the understanding of these super big predators. So they were like way bigger back in the day when dinosaurs were roaming the earth. They measured 35 feet in length.
Bro.
Yeah. And I was looking at all the comparisons with humans, and basically like a 6-foot human would take up the length of their head. That's it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. They were big. There's also been fossils found in Texas and Montana, and
Okay.
also just all along the East Coast. And we think that they were actually probably killing dinosaurs and eating them because they were so big, and they lived in water and on land, and they probably, they were probably a little predator of like smaller dinosaurs. But they also fed on sea turtles, fish, and other aquatic animals. And just a fun fact for us. The fun fact I have is modern saltwater crocodiles have the strongest recorded bite of any living animal.
Oh, damn.
So that's scary.
Yeah, that is scary.
And it's scary that they're like in America.
Yeah, they're just like roaming around.
They freak me out, man.
I always get crocodiles and alligators mixed up, but I remember when I went to Florida, it was either crocodiles or alligators that I would just see, like, there would be like little riverbanks on the street.
What?
And you can just like see them driving down the road.
No.
Yeah. There's like, you're driving down the road, you see a freaking...
That's like a monster. It's
crocodile.
just chilling there on the side of the road. I mean, maybe they don't bother humans that much, but...
I think they do if you cross one.
See,
like Crocodile Dundee.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad we don't have crocodiles here.
Me too, but they're kind of cool. They are cool.
They
I feel
are
like
cool
we don't
from a
have enough
distance.
like cool animals like that here in California. Pretty tame.
I'm okay without them.
The tropical areas always have the coolest.
They do, but they also have really crazy poisonous animals.
Yeah, terrifying.
Yeah. And a crocodile will kill you if you're not careful.
Yeah, that's true. They swallow you.
What animal did you choose?
I have information on the horseshoe crab and also the possum. Possum. Which one do you want to hear?
Well, speaking of possums, I was leaving your house the other day.
Oh, yeah?
And I opened the door.
Oh, yeah.
The back door. Yeah. And this possum was just sitting right there staring at me, looking me dead in the eyes. And all I did was scream and shut the door back. Langston was there, and I was like, oh my God. I love possums, but it was just such a...
like a shock.
A shock. Like just this little face like...
Yeah, it's because we could sometimes feed the cat up there. Yeah. And it'll munch on the little cat food. That's like... There is a little family of possums that like live somewhere behind our building, because I've seen that possum and some babies. That might be a baby that you saw.
I don't know. It was pretty big.
Okay.
It was like a bigger sized possum.
Okay, maybe that was the mama.
Yeah.
But we saw a cute little baby.
Aww.
They're out here. Let's talk about possums then.
Let's go.
So possums. I got a lot of interesting factoids about possums. Let me pull it up here.
We'll see if I don't know any of them, because I've read about possums just for fun.
Oh, cool. Well, they're marsupials,
mm-hmm.
which are like mammals, but they have a little pouch. And possums, they like give birth to the baby in the pouch when it's the size of a bumblebee.
Aww.
And then it like grows in the pouch from there. And they've been around for over 65 million years. So they are considered prehistoric.
So you know what I read? Dinosaurs were around 66 million years ago. So I feel like the possum, like...
He was roaming around with the dinos, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's the only marsupial found in North America. So it's called the Virginia possum.
Oh.
Yeah. Some other fun facts. They have a lifespan of about 2 to 4 years in the wild.
Oh.
But sometimes people will try to domesticate them and they can live up to 7 years.
7?
Yeah.
That's still not long enough.
Opossum babies, also known as joeys. I said this already. Size of honeybee. So they're very good for the environment and the ecosystem. They have an important role. They help control populations of insects. They eat up to 5,000 ticks per season.
I hate ticks.
And also other small animals. They're also a food source for other animals like owls and coyotes and foxes. But it's all the ecosystem. It's how we keep diversity in the system. So they're a nice middle role there. So they're very successful. So they're not at any kind of like risk of endangerment, anything like that. They can live in a variety of habitats. They're immune to rabies.
I knew that.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
what makes their body temperature is too low to
Oh, there you go.
yeah, to hold the disease.
So that means they're not a threat to humans.
Yes, that's why I want to pet the possums.
And they have a high reproductive rate.
Oh, they just out there.
So they're
having sex.
reproducing.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a fun fact that I don't know that you have heard. They used to be a delicacy.
What?
So in the South, people used to eat them.
No.
And also Native Americans before the white people came. Native Americans used to eat them. But they were known to be dinners for the President Teddy Roosevelt and also William Howard Taft. Taft specifically loved possum and would have like dinners of possum and potato at the White House.
Oh my god.
And then there's
what
some
do they
like
taste like?
They're known to taste like pork.
Oh.
That's what Taft said.
Okay.
And there's some dark history too, because they were so easy to find. They became like really popular for slaves to eat. After slavery was abolished, like a lot of African American communities continued to eat them, especially in like the early 1900s and then in the Great Depression, mostly low income areas. But it was a southern delicacy because they used to only exist like from Virginia up to Maryland.
Okay.
Now they're more widespread.
Yeah. Now they're all the way over here in California.
Yeah, but they used to not be available north of Maryland. It'd be like south of that.
Okay.
And then the other part is the domestication of them. Some people like to keep them as pets, but it's not advisable.
Yeah, I can't imagine that it would be, but I understand why people want them as pets. They're so ugly that they're cute to me.
Yeah.
And their little teeth, like, they're just so,
like... They're like big old rats, but
I love
cute rats.
them. Yeah, they're so cute. The mom, how she carries her babies around.
Yeah.
It's just so cute. But
my ex's girlfriend, who I follow on Instagram, she's a taxidermist. But she has a pet possum that I've seen, like, she's raising.
Oh my god.
It was like a baby possum, and I'll see it on her story.
I would do that. If a baby possum fell into my lap and I was its only hope.
Yeah. I think
that's my possum.
It must have been a situation like that. Where
that's my
it was
son.
Like yeah.
I'm raising that thing into, yeah.
I'm a saved it. All right. So what was another animal that you studied?
So I saw this animal being thrown around, and I had
like they were like playing catch with it.
No, just the internet. The internet was just seeing its name a couple places, and it reminded me of this TikTok video I saw where people were like, "Oh my god, what is this animal?" And it was just this. They're called sturgeons. It was just a sturgeon with like ice on its back, so it was like going through the water and looked like a monster kind of thing. But everyone was like, that's a sturgeon. It's not a big deal. But
a sturgeon is a type of
fish. And that is what made me want to research it. I was like, that's because I kind of already did. I saw that video and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what is that thing? Because it looks scary. It did look like a monster.
Let's pull one up as inspiration.
Okay. Yeah. So they've actually existed for over 100 million years. So they were in the waters with the dinosaurs, roaming around. But it's really sad because they are at the edge of extinction because apparently they get harvested for their caviar. It's like one of the best caviars like in the world or something. So,
even on Google, we're seeing like just a bunch of pictures of people fishing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's sad. And also they won't reproduce if the conditions aren't just right. So if any environmental changes or something happens to their area, they may not reproduce for like 2 or 3 years until it goes back to normal.
Aww.
Yeah, or they find another place. Yeah. So that's another reason they're becoming extinct, but those together. So let's save the sturgeons because we don't need to make them extinct.
They're big old cuties.
They are kind of cute. They're a little creepy.
They're creepy, but like in a cute way.
They're a little creepy. They're really, really big, as you can see. They can grow up to 1,000 pounds.
Damn.
And they can get 7 to 12 feet long.
Wow.
And that's crazy because they're found in rivers, lakes, subarctic rivers, coastlines of Eurasia and North America. But just the fact that it's that big and it could be in your river is crazy.
Yeah, it is really crazy.
I bet they had a River Monsters episode on one. Did you ever watch that?
No.
I was into it. So they can get that big, but the largest one ever recorded was in 1827. It was captured, and it measured 23 feet and 7 inches long.
Bro.
And weighed 3,463 pounds.
That's like bigger than 2 humans. Like way bigger.
Yeah.
Oh
my God. That was a female.
Wow.
So
I wonder if she was pregnant.
I don't know. It didn't say she was, but she's a big girl. Also, something weird is sturgeons have not really evolved at all. So they have gone through very, very little change, which means their evolution is just super slow. And that's why people kind of refer to them as living fossils, because they're so old. They're pretty much almost like they were when they were with dinosaurs.
That's cool.
So that gives us a little glimpse into that. Their skeletons, you'll see when we put a video up, you'll see how they swim. And you'll see that their skeletons are almost all cartilage. Wow. So you'll be able to tell because they're really bendy. And then, they don't have teeth. So even if they look scary.
What's this then?
Those are their barbells.
Oh, okay.
So those are their little sensors that they use to find food.
Oh, okay.
But
they look like little whiskered fangs.
Yeah. But they're not teeth.
Okay.
They don't have any. And then, looking at how big it is, it's weird, but they can leap completely out of the water.
Damn, bro.
Can you imagine, being on a boat and just looking over and,
a sturgeon just, comes onto your boat?
A big-ass fish. What the fuck? They don't know why they do this. It makes a really loud splash that you can hear, a mile away.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and we don't know why they do this. It might be for communication reasons. It might be for catching prey. It could be courtship to, get a mate, or to help shed eggs during spawning. So maybe it helps get the eggs.
Why not just entertainment?
Out.
Maybe they're just doing it.
Yeah, some people think they think it just feels good to them.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that people were saying. So I just thought that was weird because they're honestly really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And they live in the rivers.
I remember learning about these because I was an environmental studies major. And we did a lot of studies on freshwater animals. And so sturgeons were one of them.
Yeah, they're something I wish, I hope I never see while swimming.
I want to see them. Not while swimming, but in a boat, it would be cool to see
a boat. And I know they're probably not going to eat you because they eat crustaceans and little fishies.
They also don't have teeth.
They don't have teeth, but just the fact that it's so big would freak me out.
Yeah, they are kind of creepy.
Freak me out.
For sure.
Ooh.
They're cool though. It's amazing how big they are.
Yeah. And the biggest one, that's insane how big it was. 35 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Or something.
That's insane. So my last animal was also a aquatic animal.
Oh, tell us about it.
But this is a not freshwater, but saltwater animal. And I've actually seen them before. Because in my environmental studies class, we had a field trip to the Everglades of Florida and the Bahamas. And we saw, I think it was in southern Florida somewhere, we saw them. And it is the horseshoe crab. Yes, and these guys are really fucking old. 450 million years ago.
Oh my God.
So these other ones that we've been doing have been 65, 85 million.
This is 4 million, and now this is 450 million. That's crazy.
And they look like fossils themselves.
Yeah. I've seen them in the aquariums.
Crabs are crustaceans. Horseshoe crabs are arthropods. Closer to arachnids like spiders and scorpions.
Ew. I can
Yeah.
see scorpion.
Yeah. So they're kind of crazy. They look like little crabs with like a pointy tail. So fun fact about horseshoe crabs is they can regenerate their limbs. So
Oh.
like if one claw or leg or arm falls off, they can grow a new one.
That's always crazy to me.
And they have compound eyes, so each eye is made up of thousands of individual lenses. So
Ooh,
that's like a spider. Yeah.
Okay.
And they mate on the beach. So the male horseshoe crab attaches itself to the female's back and they swim together to the shore.
Aw.
And I saw that. I didn't see it like live, but I saw like one on top of the other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they were getting it on.
Mm-hmm. Then the female digs a nest in the sand and lays her eggs. And this is important to the ecosystem because birds will eat the eggs. It's sad, but the birds need food.
R.I.P.
And another interesting fact that I found out about them is that they have blue blood. So
Blue blood.
It contains copper instead of iron, which gives it a blue color. And this brings me to the fact that they're used in medical research. So because it's blue, it contains important immune cells. So they're sensitive to toxic bacteria, which means that the doctors are using them in research for vaccines and things like that.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, horseshoe crabs.
And the test that scientists are using is called Limulus amoebocyte lysate, or LAL. It checks new vaccines for contamination.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's the horseshoe crab.
Wow.
They are at risk for extinction right now.
Why?
Their populations have declined. They're considered because humans are using them for research, and then in the past Native Americans were making like tools and stuff with them. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, humans are kind of taking them. They look cool.
Do they sting?
I don't know.
No.
I didn't hear anything about that yet. Anyway, horseshoe crab, very fucking old, at risk for extinction. Let's take care of them.
Why? I don't want any animals to go extinct. I feel like that's...
Well, we need to be better about taking care of our environment, guys.
Yeah, we really do. Global warming is real. Pollutants in the ocean are not helping.
Humans are
literally killing the world.
So
our planet. I don't want to live on Mars. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Fuck that. I'm not trying to repopulate.
So can
in another place.
Smart people like figure out some stuff, because
or the dumb people just stop being careless.
Yeah, the corporations, the corporations, cows,
the fishers,
the fishermen, commercial fishing.
Put the horseshoe crab back in his habitat.
Yeah, don't take the horseshoe crab. He's not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
He's not bothering you.
And it's cool that you can use his blood for biomedical use, but like find something else.
But chill a little.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly sometimes wish I worked with animals, because I do think animals are super interesting. So
me too. I mean, it was like plants and animals both. That's why I had the major that I did.
Yeah. I want to go to school for that if it was free.
You could volunteer you would learn a lot by volunteering at a park.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool guys. I hope you liked our factoidial episode about prehistoric animals that are still alive today.
Old ass creatures.
Oh, so from last week's episode, we had a poll.
Yes.
So we talked about magic mushrooms, and we asked you guys, do you think psilocybin should be legalized? And 80% of you said yes, recreationally. 20% said yes, but only medicinally. And nobody said no. So get on that, America.
Yeah, so that's a really that should be
those
the
are
standard.
Some great stats.
That should be the standard of what America does, is our 5 poll voters. So anyway,
follow us on the social medias if you haven't already. Thank you so much pod on Instagram, and then email us thankyousomuchpod@gmail.com.
I have something to say about social media. So the whole Threads versus Twitter X thing. I think I like Twitter still. better. I'm not really getting into threads. So follow us on Twitter. I mean,
Yeah.
X, whatever you call it. I personally call it Twitter.
I'm not using either, so I have no comment on that, but I'll agree with you.
Good. Thank you.
I'll stand by you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. I hope you loved this episode. Tune in next week. We're going to do some interviews next week with some buds of ours. So stay tuned for that. Hit us up on any platform, and we love you so much.
We love you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Mwah.